All right, in the studio right now with Moriah Formica. If you are not hip to Moriah yet, trust me, this is one you are going to want to get with. Moriah is a Latham local. She is local here to the Capital Region. She goes to Shaker High. I've had the opportunity to sit down with her before, and we actually got a little taste of her live performance when she performed at Rock and Derby. Moriah, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Woo! So we got some exciting news. New EP out.
Yep, that's right. July 22nd.
Just a couple days from now. So are you having a big party for this, or what's going on?
Yeah. There's going to be a release party at Trick Shots in Clifton Park, July 22nd, Friday.
So, if you want to go and listen to some great live and local music, are you going to do the whole EP in its entirety?
Yeah. We're going to do every single song, and plus, maybe some covers, but mostly it's just going to be the whole entire EP.
And of course, you'll have those for sale while you're there.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. So these songs were written a little while back, a couple years ago. How long has it taken you to get to this point to put it finally on a record?
It's taken a long time. We've been working on this EP for 2 years or so, honestly, since I was like 12. It's been a long time.
Right? People think that this just like happens magically overnight.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I thought it would only take maybe a few months and
you go in, you sing at a studio, and then, hey, you got an EP.
Yeah, nope.
So you got to work with some pretty big names on this, and we'll get into that in just a couple of minutes. Right now, I want to take a moment to listen to a little bit of the title track. So here you guys are. This one is called Bring It On.
What have I done to you? What have I done to me? I feel like I'm slipping through your fingers. There's nothing you can do about it. There's a force that no one knows about, and it's taking over me. It's taking me alive. To break it before it fades. It takes my
So you want to tell us a little bit about how Bring It On came about?
Yeah, sure. So Bring It On I wrote that song maybe 7th or 8th grade, and I was going through a really hard time, and I was going through a hard time in a lot of the songs on this EP, but Bring It On was actually more on the positive side, because it's about like having this negative force or something that's trying to basically hold you back from what you really want to do in your life, and just not letting it break you, basically. When you find out that I broke you, like it's kind of kick you right in the face.
Do you have any advice you would want to put out there to those that might be struggling with such issues right now?
Honestly, all I can say is, for me, just cling to God. Honestly, I know some people think it's nuts, but that's the thing that got me through it. That's what a lot of these songs are about. You basically can't dwell on things that are going to bring you down, because it only makes it worse. And, just step up and go outside of your comfort zone, because it's not comfortable breaking something. You got to face it head on.
Right, absolutely. So tell me about who you worked with on this song.
This song was great. Michael Sweet came in from Massachusetts to work on this song in the studio, and it's great. He did a little bit of backup vocals. He did this awesome guitar solo, and it's really awesome. It's a pretty hard song. I like it.
For those of you who don't know, Michael Sweet is from the band Striper. You actually performed with him not too long ago, right? I think Tig stopped out and saw you at your show.
Yeah, at the Chance.
So what are you wanting people to feel from this song?
I just want people to feel, like I said earlier, like just a sense of empowerment, not letting something overcome you, and bring it on, as the thing is called.
I think we could all feel it right there when we just listened to that clip. So there is a total of 6 songs on the EP.
Right.
So let's get into another one. This one you actually came by and did acoustically for us last time you were here at the Q Studios. This is Slave. We just heard a clip from Slave off Moriah Formica's new EP, Bring It On. Moriah, tell us a little bit about that song.
That song is kind of the same thing. It's about anything that holds people down. For example, like if somebody has an addiction or, you know, even a person, somebody that just...
Like bullies.
Right,
like,
bullies, somebody that's controlling, a spouse, anything. That's somebody that's really controlling and controls your life and basically doesn't let you live your life. I can't be a slave to this anymore, and it won't happen.
Also a little bit empowering about coming out of that.
Yeah, that's a huge theme in this whole entire EP. The EP is called Bring It On.
Right. Who all is going to be performing with you at the party on the 22nd out at Trick Shots?
Well, it's going to be my band, the 2 guitar players that recorded on my album.
So a couple of locals, right?
Well, my drummer is Chris Toma. He hasn't been with us for that long, but he's great. He's awesome. Jay Rogers and Dave Messick, they're the guitar players, and they're just awesome. They've been like uncles to me throughout this whole entire thing, and when you're in a band, you become a family. And we just welcomed a new band member. His name is Dan. He's the bass player. And he's really great. I'm looking forward to having him in the band.
Are they all your age, or are they older?
No,
musicians?
they're all in their 40s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how do you think that collaboration is going to go when you go to write your next album? Is that mostly just you doing that and they're just playing, kind of supporting you, or?
Well, for this EP, I wrote all the songs and all the music, all the lyrics, everything. So I kind of just, when I was like 12, I got in the studio and just kind of made like a scratch track of everything, played every instrument, and kind of was like, this is how I want it. And you send it off to the, Jason Bittner, for example, and he kind of just adds his own little whatever, because he's just a nuts drummer. And he just kind of added his little 2 cents, if you will, and just they enhance it and they make it that much better. That's kind of how it works. But it does work, and they have really cool ideas that I didn't think of. And so, yeah, I guess you could say that they're part of a little bit of the musical writing process, too.
That's awesome. When we see you, we hear your voice, and we see you playing guitar. I didn't realize that you could play all of the instruments as well. Is that something that you have done since the beginning?
Well, it kind of all evolved. I mean, I always say this, but it really did evolve. Like first, it started out with guitar because my dad raised us on like 80s music and stuff, and I thought that it was just so cool seeing like these little pop-up videos and whatever band it was, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, anybody with this guitars, and I'm just like, that looks so cool. Like I want to do that. And so I learned how to play guitar, and then it progressed into singing, and then I was like, well, I can play guitar, I could probably play bass. And then I kind of just got on a drum set and went from there. It was all done.
Oh, yeah, because it's just that easy, right? Well, I mean, hats off to you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
A prominent bass player in the industry laid some tracks down for you on all of your songs.
Yeah.
Jack Daly, who was the bass player for Lenny Kravitz. How did you get in touch with him?
Honestly, my producer, Paul Benedetti, he has connections to everybody, I guess. He got Jason Bittner, he got Jay and Dave, he got Jack Daly.
All right. Well, we are super pumped and super excited for your new EP to finally debut. We've been waiting for this one for a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
So Bring It On comes out this Friday, the 22nd. Of course, the CD release party is going on at Trick Shots in Clifton Park between 9 and 11. So go out, go listen to some tunes, and buy the EP.
Yes.
We are going to let you leave us with another one off the album. You want to tell us a little bit before we get into it? Tell us a little bit about Back Off.
Back Off I wrote Back Off about a friend that I had in 7th grade, and she was just always so negative, so... oh, this sucks. Oh, my life sucks. Oh, this, that. Just having a pity party all the time instead of really owning what you can do to make your life better.
Thank you, Moriah, so much for coming in. Before we go, let's do it now. Back Off Bring It On from Moriah Formica.